Welcome to Newswatch, your source for news impacting southeastern Ohio. I'm Olivia Roman. Ohio's new congressional maps has cleared the state. The latest version of the map emerged late Monday and passed two committees. The latest version of the map emerged late Monday to pass two committees and two chambers in 3 days. The map is on track to last 4 out of the 10 years until the next census. Republicans say the new map is competitive, constitutional, and does not favor either party. Democrats' voting rights groups and scholars disagree. They say the map is gerrymandered. The map now heads to Governor Mike DeWine, who is under pressure to veto the map. The U.S. government and Mid-Ohio Valley have reached a new milestone in the opioid epidemic. In the CDC's latest report, the estimate that over 100,000 people died of drug overdoses from May 2020 to April 2021. Chief Deputy Mark Warden with the Washington County Health Department tells WTAP opioid deaths in this county have gone down. This year, Warden says in Washington County, there has been one reported overdose death from fentanyl, all used from heroin, one from prescription medications, and one from aerosol. This is a 50% decrease from last year. Across the river in Wood County, it's a different story. Wood County Coroner Mike St. Clair says there have been 36 deaths in the county so far this year, an increase from 31 deaths in 2020. West Virginia was among the states with the highest ride in opioid deaths, with a 62% increase from last year.
This year alone, DEA has seized enough fentanyl to provide every member of the United States population with a lethal dose. And we are still seizing more fentanyl each and every day.
This year alone, DEA has seen enough fentanyl to provide every member of the United States population with a lethal dose, and we are still seizing more fentanyl each and every day. Two counties in Ohio, Lake and Trumbull, are suing Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens over claims of the companies failing to ensure pain pills were not streaming into their communities. Cities and counties all over the U.S. that also hold pharmacies responsible for the opioid crisis are closely watching this federal trial that is coming to an end. The closing arguments Monday included statements from these pharmacies that claim they had safeguards in place and that others are guilty in this crisis. Attorneys for these companies stated that the companies failed to show proof these pharmacies played a big role. GOP legislation pending in the Ohio State Senate could expand the amount of medical marijuana grown and dispensaries able to sell it. Regulation of medical marijuana dispensaries would also move from the Pharmacy Board to the Commerce Department under a new division of marijuana control. Senate Health Chairman Stephen Huffman proposed the bill that would allow growing operations to expand for Level 1 growers from 25,000 square feet to 75,000 square feet, and Level 2 growers to expand from 3,000 square feet to 20,000. The bill also expands qualifying conditions to include any condition whose symptoms may reasonably be expected to be relieved from medical marijuana as determined by a physician.
Hi everyone, I am forecaster Ashley Ziegler with WOUB, and right now in Athens we have a temperature of 40 degrees. With mostly cloudy skies. Winds are blowing from the southwest at 5 miles an hour. We have a wind, because of these winds, we have a wind chill of 36, so it's colder than the actual temperature. Humidity is at 65%, which means that although it's cold, or because it is cold, there's not much moisture in the air, which means that it is very dry. Across the region, we're also seeing temps in the upper 30s and lower 40s, clear skies to our west, and mostly cloudy skies to our eastern region. As we head into our weekend highlights, we'll have a dry start to the weekend, so Friday and Saturday will be very, very dry as we have a high pressure to our west. Chances of showers will start Sunday at 60%, and highs will go into the 50s this weekend as well. Yeah, so definitely warm up from what we've seen today and yesterday. Well, yesterday's very warm. Yeah.
Especially for November. An investigation.
Oh, we'll head on over to Erin with our winter weather preparedness.
Thank you so much, Ashley. I really appreciate it. Right now in Athens, we are celebrating Winter Weather Awareness Week. And so right now, our main things that we will need to worry about is icy roads right here, as you can see right here. I'll go ahead and switch over here. It's another hazard that you could potentially see is that you could get blocked into your house, but no matter what, definitely want to be prepared as we head into our next graphic. However, if we look into things to be prepared for, something that you will want to do is make sure to fill up your gas tank. That way you don't harm your car in any way. We all know that lots of money goes into your car, so make sure to keep that gas tank filled. Another thing you'll want to do is stay stocked on all your dry goods right here. And then another thing that you can do is make an emergency kit. And this emergency kit, some things that you'll definitely want to include in your emergency kit are warm clothes. You'll want to include blankets. You'll want to include your phone chargers, your laptop chargers, even flares for worst case scenarios. Always a great idea to have flares on you just in case you are in the middle of the wilderness. God forbid that ever happens to any of us, but just in case, you'll want to be prepared and have one of these handy dandy kits on you. Back to you, Olivia.
Thank you, Erin. An investigation is underway at West Virginia's Beckley VA Medical Center. The VA Office of the Inspector General in October found documentation of a non-credentialed doctor who performed acupuncture procedures in 2018 and 2019. The unlicensed doctor reportedly used dirty needles on some patients. Annie Moore reports hundreds of veterans are now urged to get blood tested. Nearly 400 veterans are being asked to get tested for blood-borne pathogens such as hepatitis and HIV. The Inspector General discovered the unlicensed doctor while performing an internal review with 5 of the nurses who were working during that time. The office could not validate whether proper sterilization procedures were followed. A spokesperson for the Beckley VA claims the hospital is testing patients out of an abundance of caution. A new state board has approved West Virginia's first statewide online charter school. The Charleston Gazette-Mail reports the West Virginia Professional Charter School Board approved the West Virginia Virtual Academy and the Virtual Preparatory Academy of West Virginia on Wednesday. The West Virginia Virtual Academy will be run by Stride Corporation. Along with brick and mortar schools in Nitro, Jefferson County, the Virtual Preparatory Academy will be operated by Excel Schools. Both schools will enroll grades kindergarten through 12th grade starting next year. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will feature band students from Union Local and St. Clairsville, Belmont County. WTOV reports each student had to individually audition to be in the parade, and the fact that they were selected has come as no surprise to their respective band directors. A man has avoided death row just hours before his execution, and the cross-examination begins from the trial of Ahmaud Arbery. It will be soon much easier to
We just went back to Africa.
On Finding Your Roots, musician Pharrell Williams.
I have to say I'm forever changed.
And actor-director Casey Lemons.
I feel very proud of my American heritage.
Slavery's impact.
Turn the page.
Impacts its descendants.
It's messing with everything that I represent.
Plus a DNA match.
Ready to meet your cousin?
Yes.
Finding Your Roots.
This is my mom, Rebecca.
Hello.
She worked as a housekeeper for 50 years. Then all of a sudden,
I just got fired.
I couldn't get my mom a job, but I took her on an adventure of a lifetime.
Road trip beginning now.
You have one chance at life. For God's sake, live it the way that makes you comfortable. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is your life.
Duty Free, Monday, November 22nd at 10 on Independent Lens.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, it's raining cats and dogs.
We have never seen a cat.
Really?
And he's thoroughly delightful.
It's nice to see this little dog again. I've met it once before.
That's amazing.
Do you like cats anymore after that?
I'm beginning to love it.
You won't want to miss our special edition, Antiques Roadshow, Cats and Dogs.
Day after day, for over a year, I saw no one, except my family. It was a family like none that you know. But I'm a mother, it seems, and these are my children. And soon enough, like all children, they'll leave home, and I suppose my heart will be broken. But for now, this is my life as a turkey.
It will soon be much easier to reach the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The Federal Communications Commission has approved an easy-to-remember 3-digit number for the hotline. The current number is 10 digits, 1-800-273-TALK. The new number will be 988. Both texting and calling 988 will be available. The change should be implemented by phone carriers by next July. The action is expanding access to the critical national hotline and comes as suicide becomes a growing public health problem in the United States. This is the scene in Oklahoma City after Republican Governor Kevin Stitt granted clemency to Julius Jones. The decision came just hours before Jones was scheduled to be executed for a murder he says he did not commit. According to the executive order filed Thursday, Stitt is communicating Jones' sentence to life without parole. Stitt said in a statement on Twitter that he came to the decision after, quote, prayerful consideration and reviewing materials presented by all sides of the case. Jones was sentenced to death more than 20 years ago for the shooting death of Paul Howell during a carjacking. Jones has insisted he is innocent. Howell's family remains convicted of his guilt. Oklahoma's Pardon and Parole Board recommended sentence be commuted to life in prison with a possibility of parole. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki addressed the clemency.
The President has made clear over time that he has grave concerns about whether capital punishment as currently implemented is consistent with the values that are fundamental to our sense of justice and fairness. And certainly as looking at a case like this, you reflect, and I think he and we all reflected on his point of view or his view and his policy position in that.
The prosecution opened Thursday with a tense cross-examination of the man who shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia, last February. Travis McMichael claims he acted in self-defense while trying to make a citizen's arrest, allegedly amid a string of break-ins that had the community on edge. Arbery's mother, however, says McMichael had no proof her son was involved and killed her son based on assumptions. Daryl Forges has all the big moments from court.
Do you recall what you said to them?
For 2 tense hours in the trial of the men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, the lead prosecutor went step by step,
Was it like this?
moment by moment, when cross-examining the man who pulled the trigger during one pivotal exchange. Defendant Travis McMichael was pressed on his claim that Arbery posed a threat to him.
Didn't threaten you in any way?
No.
Didn't verbally threaten you?
Not
Like
verbally.
yell at you?
Not verbally, no.
Didn't pull out a gun?
He did not pull out a gun.
Moment by moment, McMichael went through his actions that led up to the shooting. Prosecutor Linda Danikowski asked whether he could have taken other actions instead of using lethal force.
You could have just continued to drive behind Mr. Arbery and not even speak to him or confront him at all. And you could have stayed in your truck until he ran by and then driven away to go ahead and follow him, right?
I could have, yes.
Defense attorneys say the 3 men charged in the killing acted in self-defense, claiming they were trying to make a citizen's arrest after they suspected Arbery of burglary.
That was the person that I assumed that was committing the crime. That was the probable cause was him.
But Arbery's family says he was simply out for a jog in the area prior to the shooting.
He didn't have any facts on hand when he chose to pull the trigger. Not 1 time, but 3 times.
In Georgia,
A news station has been banned from the Rittenhouse trial after pursuing the jury's bus. That story's still ahead.
The countdown has officially begun for the Gridiron Glory season finale. This one's a little different though. Instead of 30 minutes, we'll have a full hour of action. So turn the channel to WOUB at 11:30 p.m. on Friday to find out who won Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and the All Gridiron Glory 50-player roster. We'll have all this and playoff coverage from our remaining teams in the 7-4-0. I'll see you then.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, it's raining cats and dogs.
We have never seen a cat.
Really?
And he's thoroughly delightful.
It's nice to see this little dog again. I've met it once before.
That's amazing.
Do you like cats anymore after that?
I'm beginning to love it.
You won't want to miss our special edition, Antiques Roadshow, Cats and Dogs.
We just went back to Africa.
On Finding Your Roots, musician Pharrell Williams.
I have to say I'm forever changed.
And actor-director Casey Lemons.
I feel very proud of my American heritage.
Slavery's impact.
Turn the page.
Impacts its descendants.
It's messing with everything that I represent.
Plus a DNA match.
Ready to meet your cousin?
Yes.
Finding Your Roots.
This is my mom, Rebecca.
Hello.
She worked as a housekeeper for 50 years. Then all of a sudden,
I just got fired.
I couldn't get my mom a job, but I took her on an adventure of a lifetime.
Road trip beginning now.
You have one chance at life. For God's sake, live it the way that makes you comfortable. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is your life.
Duty free, Monday, November 22nd at 10 on Independent Lens.
The MSNBC thing? Okay, thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. So, we'll have our surface analysis for today, and as you can see, we're having mixed precip in our area, which means we have a chance for snow and rain. But because it's been so warm today, I think it is highly unlikely that we actually saw any flurries today. As we move into our hour by hour for tonight, we'll start off at 38 at 8 p.m. We'll have no rain once we get to 8 p.m. There will be no rain throughout the night. We'll cool down to 33 by midnight, so just above freezing. Wind chill will be below freezing at this time because of the winds that we are experiencing, and our cloud cover will increase as well as we head into the nighttime hours. As we look at Athens tonight, we'll have a low of 28 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Winds will be from the west between 5 and 10 miles an hour, so pretty gusty. More gusty than we've experienced most of the time. So we'll have a wind chill of 25, and like I said, it'll just be a very, very chilly night for us in Athens. So we look at the region, everyone's seeing temps in the mid to upper 20s, 26 in New Lexington, 27 in Newark, 28 in Athens, 29 in Ripley and Ironton, with clear skies off to our west and cloudy skies off to our east. But as we look at the wind chill, though, that'll drop our temperatures pretty drastically, especially to the north. 20 in Newark, 20 in Chillicothe, 22 in New Lexington and Cambridge. And then a little bit warmer to our south, yet the wind chill still brings our temps down to 25 in Ironton, 24 in Ripley. As we look at the surface analysis for tomorrow, though, that low pressure that moved through our area a few days ago is fully out of our area, and we have a high that is going to be moving in the next couple of days, bringing us dry, beautiful weather for our November week. As we look at our hour by hour for tomorrow, 8 a.m., 29 degrees, so below freezing. We'll warm up to 40 by noon. Calm winds will be expected as that high pressure moves in, and beautiful sunny skies. Athens tomorrow at a high of 42 degrees, beautiful sunny skies, and winds from the northwest between 0 and 5 miles an hour. And sunset will be at 4:54, so it'll be dark really, really early, and that'll just keep continuing until we reach that equinox in December. As we look at our regional highs for tomorrow, temps will be in the low and mid 40s, 41 in New Lexington, 44 in Ironton with beautiful sunny skies. Here is our 7-day forecast for the week ahead. 42 tomorrow on Friday, warm up into the 50s over the weekend, and we'll cool back down into the 40s as we head into next week. Though it will begin to warm up once again into the upper 40s Wednesday and Thursday. Lows will be below freezing most nights except 36 Saturday night, 32 Sunday night, and then Wednesday night will also be above freezing at 33. We'll head on over to Olivia back with news.
Day 3 of jury deliberation in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse in Wisconsin. Thursday, the trial judge banned MSNBC from the Kenosha County Courthouse. That after police pulled over a freelance producer for the cable network who was following the jury's bus Wednesday night.
He was ticketed for violating a traffic control signal. He's not here today from what I'm told. And I have instructed that no one from Msnbc News will be permitted in this building for the duration of this trial. This is a very serious matter, and I don't know what the ultimate truth of it is, but absolutely it would go without much thinking that someone who is following the jury bus, that is a it's extremely serious matter, and will be referred to the proper authorities for further action.
Coming up in sports, the Ohio women's basketball is set to play its first home game of the season this Saturday. And right after the break, the Ohio men's basketball team prepares for its hardest test of the season so far as it travels to play a Power 5 opponent. That and more up next on Newswatch. And be sure to stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
This is my mom, Rebecca.
Hello.
She worked as a housekeeper for 50 years. Then all of a sudden,
I just got fired.
I couldn't get my mom a job, but I took her on an adventure of a lifetime.
Road trip beginning now.
You have one chance at life. For God's sake, live it the way that makes you comfortable. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This is your life.
Duty free, Monday, November 22nd at 10 on Independent Lens.
We just went back to Africa.
On Finding Your Roots, musician Pharrell Williams.
I have to say I'm forever changed.
And actor-director Casey Lemons.
I feel very proud of my American heritage.
Slavery's impact.
Turn the page.
Impacts its descendants.
It's messing with everything that I represent.
Plus a DNA match.
Ready to meet your cousin?
Yes.
Finding Your Roots.
The countdown has officially begun for the Gridiron Glory season finale. This one's a little different though. Instead of 30 minutes, we'll have a full hour of action. So turn the channel to WOUB at 11:30 p.m. on Friday to find out who won Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and the All Gridiron Glory 50-player roster. We'll have all this and playoff coverage from our remaining teams in the 7-4-0. I'll see you then.
Day after day, for over a year, I saw no one, except my family. It was a family like none that you know. But I'm a mother, it seems, and these are my children. And soon enough, like all children, they'll leave home, and I suppose my heart will be broken. But for now, this is my life as a turkey.
Good evening, I'm Juliana Colant. Ohio men's basketball travels to take on a tough opponent tomorrow night. The Bobcats face national powerhouse Kentucky, who currently holds a 2-1 record. The game is a part of the Kentucky Classic, which the Bobcats opened Monday with a win over Robert Morris. Kentucky is ranked 13th in the country according to the AP poll. Ohio fifth-year forward Jason Carter is ready for the challenge from the SCE opponent.
We're all excited. We're treating each and every day, you know, like it's a big-time game, it's a big-time opportunity, and we just got to prepare. And my coach always says, don't get tired of preparing to win. I know all of our guys are excited. I know I'm excited. It's amazing arena, amazing fan base, and I know we're going to travel well, and we're going to have our fan base there as well.
Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. tomorrow from Lexington. Ohio women's basketball gets to play its first home game of the season this Saturday against Mercyhurst. The Bobcats are coming off a win against Cincinnati Tuesday, 73-62. With the win, Ohio improved to a record of 1-2 for the season and welcome in a Division II opponent. The Lakers are off to a rocky start to their schedule, beginning the season with a 0-3 record. The Bobcats and Lakers will tip off at 1 p.m. Saturday from the Convo.
Ohio volleyball is set to begin MAC tournament action Sunday in Muncie, Indiana. The Bobcats dropped their regular season finale last night to Kent State in 4 sets. Ohio finishes MAC play with 11-7 record to earn the 3rd seed in the tournament. The Bobcats take on 6th-seeded Northern Illinois on Sunday evening. The winner of the Bobcats and the Huskies will take on Bowling Green Monday. On the other side of the bracket, top-seeded Ball State faces the winner of Toledo and Western Michigan. The championship match is scheduled for Tuesday. Ohio football is on the final stretch of its season with 1 game left next Friday. Following a tough loss to Toledo, Ohio has a longer break between games, allowing it to prepare to close out the season against Bowling Green. Like the Bobcats, the Falcons also have a 3-8 overall record, but have just 1 conference win of the season. Head coach Tim Albin talks about what a bye week means for the Bobcats.
We had 2, I guess 3 longer weeks, not a full 14 days. But we're treating it like a bye week. We're getting some recruiting done. We've got a couple coaches on the road here the next couple of days. The kids are getting a couple of days extra rest. So we're trying to utilize it to the best of our ability to benefit us moving forward.
Kickoff between the Bobcats and Falcons is scheduled for noon next Friday. Ohio hockey heads to Illinois for a 2-game series against Roosevelt. The Lakers aren't an unfamiliar team for the Bobcats, who swept them at Bird Arena on October 8th and 9th. As Ohio visits Roosevelt, it looks to have a similar performance and add another series sweep to its season. Puck drop is set for 7:15 on Friday and 7:25 on Saturday. I'm Juliana Colant, and that's it for sports. Back to you, Olivia.
Thank you, Juliana. A television tuned in on CNN transitioned into bars, and to a sign that read "No signal, please stand by," to prevent further reporting on Shui's accusations of sexual coercion against retired Vice Premier Zhang Gaiyul. Chinese state media has released an email supposedly from Peng claiming she's fine. Sorry, here's weather.
Hi, everyone. Right now we have a high of 42 degrees expected for tomorrow. Sunny skies, and winds will be blowing from the northwest between 0 and 5 miles an hour. And sunset will actually be at 4:54 p.m. So definitely it'll be getting dark very early, not even 5 o'clock anymore. And this will our daylight for each day will just continue to keep getting shorter until we reach the equinox in December. As we look at our regional lows for tomorrow, you'll see everyone seeing lows in the low 40s to mid 40s, with 41 in Cambridge, 41 in New Martinsville, 43 in Ripley, and clear sunny skies for the entire region. So it'll definitely be cold, but a beautiful day. And as we move into our 7-day forecast, everyone, we're going to have a high of 42 tomorrow, as I mentioned, and a warm up into the weekend in the 50s. And it'll cool back down starting in the beginning next week with a high of 40. It'll warm back up to Thursday, and lows will be very chilly. With 27 Friday night, 36 Saturday night, 32 Sunday night, and back in below freezing the beginning of the week. We'll head on over to Olivia back with news.
And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Olivia Roman. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at woub.org. Have a great night.
Support comes from Hocking Valley Bank, offering mortgage loans or refinancing on an existing home, making it easy for dreams to become a reality. Hocking Valley Bank, we know loans. Support comes from Ohio University's Center for Campus and